day.
Well, going to the gym and training isn't going to destroy your life.
And it
It's
doesn't.
going to enhance it, if anything.
But I'm saying,
It's going to enhance
but
it.
yeah, I do that. I'm saying it wasn't until someone told me about those enhancements and kind of approached it with more of an empathetic way of being that it seemed attractive to me at all to be a part of it.
Does anyone here respond positively to shame?
No.
I think in some ways, I feel like a lot of us can relate to this. Like when we were younger, if I wouldn't say it was shame, but I wasn't necessarily like happy with the way I look, and that kind of motivated me to get into fitness in the first place, right? And we're talking this was like in high school, so I think to some degree, shame that's not put on by others could be helpful, right? It has to be something within yourself that can motivate you.
I'll speak on the shame thing too, because the shame that I guess embodied came from myself. So when I was,
but it didn't come from yourself though. This is what I'm saying. Shame never comes from yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even, for instance, shaming could be you're the fat guy, so you get picked last at PE or at football. So even though someone isn't actually saying, yo, he's fat, you know that the reason why you're not getting picked is because you're out of shape. So people don't really want you on their team. So even though someone's not actually saying, yo, you're fat, you're still being shamed indirectly. And you internalize that. So just because no one said to you, yo, you're fat, lose weight, that doesn't mean that you weren't still feeling the effects of some sort of shame. Because you should always look at how people treat you and not what they say to you, bro. Actions speak louder than words. When you were too self-conscious to speak to that girl, yeah, because you knew you were fat and you saw the guys that she was attracted to that weren't fat, you shamed yourself, but also she shamed you by keeping your ass in the friend zone, but being nice about it. But the guy that was on the football team that was in good shape is the one that she went cinema with, bro. Still, you still got shamed. She just done it nicely. She was like, oh, you're really sweet and that. Nah, you're fat, bruv. So you can keep your fat ass in the friend zone, rude boy. This is exactly what it is, bro. So when these men say, oh, this comes from myself, no, it comes from the environment around you. You realize that you get treated differently because you're fat. That's what happens.
I was on my weight loss journey and I was like losing weight. The day that I weigh in and it was like the scale read 1 pound over, like I would take those pills that make you shit, literally, to like lose that extra pound to see. Like, so going back to the toxic situation, that's where I got fucked up, because I would do things in response to me not getting that positive stimulus to hurt myself ultimately.
But what the fuck's that got to do with what we was just talking about, big man? Now, what the fuck? So what? Because you never had the patience, yeah, to lose weight the proper way, yeah, and you started taking laxative pills and that. What the fuck's that got to do with? Hey guys, am I missing something? Like, bro, like if you're a moron, yeah, then you're just a moron, bro. What, bruv? I swear down, I'm confused right now.
Do I have therapy now? Yeah. Because it's like it's a double-edged sword for sure.
I think
Bruv, man took all of that to still be fat. Fucking hell, bro. Listen, if I was telling you about me taking pills to shit myself, I need to be looking like this now. How you do all that to still be fat? This is crazy. I can't lie.
shame is good. I think it's a very natural response to inadequacy, and it tells people that, hey, maybe I need to change. Like being bullied as a man, being shamed, it's a good thing because it stimulates you to change and make a better difference most of the time.
Exactly. It's the catalyst to make you get up and act. This is what it is. Like not getting the girl that you wanted, being called fat, or seeing how people treat you or whatever. It's a stimulus. It's still a response to adversity. That's what shaming is. Do you know what I'm saying? Shaming can be the catalyst to make you react. Like I said, the punch in the face, the fight or flight. It's the same thing. There's no fat person on the planet, yeah, that hasn't been shamed in some way, shape, or form, or felt that they didn't get treated the same way because they were overweight. Whether it's even just how people look at you. If you're obese like that, people are going to look at you differently to how they look at me. Of course they are. They're still shaming you because they're looking at you like, you can see it in someone's eyes when they're looking at you. Do you know what I mean? When people are really, really fat, they're super self-conscious. They feel like everyone's looking at them. Like even in the gym, When you see really fat people in the gym, a lot of the time they're uncomfortable because they feel like everyone's looking at them, yeah, because everyone looks better than them. But the reality is, when people are in the gym, no one's looking at you. When people got their headphones on, they're so in tune with what they're doing, they're not even looking at everyone else. The most common thing I've heard from obese people that I've trained is they feel scared to use the gym because they feel like everyone's looking at them. Ain't no one looking at you.
Some people don't respond. Like some people, when they get shamed, they get shut down, and now they proceed further into that negative, behavior, because it's not something, as Zach and everybody else was mentioning, was positive to bridge that gap.
That's a part of the masculine journey, is overcoming adversity.
It's not a talk of masculinity, bro.
Yes, it is a talk of masculinity. Yes, it is, bro. You're talking like a little bitch.
It's
and
just
not
like
being a pussy and being like, okay, I'm going to prove you wrong. And this is the thing.
Yeah.
It makes or breaks you. Not everyone's going to win. We need winners and we need losers. The losers are the ones that shut down like, oh, I'm sad now. I'm going to continue eating ice cream. Okay, you're a fucking loser. Stay over there.
Facts. It is part of a masculine journey. Like I tell you, man, yeah, bro, being a man, the masculine journey is about overcoming adversity. It's about sacrifice. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at the films that man grew up on, like my favorite film is Scarface, innit? Rags to riches. Do you know what I'm saying? From nothing to something, bro. From washing plates to being king of the world, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is a journey, bro. That's what being a man is, because we're born with no value and we have to create our value on earth. We're not like women. Women are born with their eggs and inherit value. Like, we don't have no inherent value, bro. We have to make our value as men. It's part of the masculine journey, making yourself more valuable. That's literally what we have to do. And then we get to a certain point where a woman finds us valuable enough to allow us to impregnate them, and then we have a family. You have to earn the right to keep your legacy alive as a man. You don't just get a woman. Do you get what I'm saying? So what's man talking about? Oh, if it's too hard, I'm just gonna stop. All right, cool. And then your species, your fucking last name will die out because you're a fucking loser. Now, everyone that's here, yeah, is the offspring of a successful man, bro. A man that had enough that a woman allowed him to impregnate her, and then another child was born, and so on and so forth. I'm here because my dad was a fucking bad man. You know them ones there. And I'm here because my dad's dad was a bad man. And my dad's dad was a bad man, and all the way back. That's why I'm here. You know, like that. That's why I'm here. Because if my dad's dad couldn't get gal, I wouldn't be here. Because not every single man on this planet gets to reproduce with a woman. It don't happen. So that means I come from a long lineage of men that weren't losers, bro. So why am I going to be the first one? Why am I going to be the first one? Shit don't make no sense. Ain't happening over here. And this is what it is. This brother's a loser. He might never have children because he's fat and he's out of shape, and women don't want to have kids with guys that look like that. Family tree soon done. Bruck off. Every branch, bruck off the family tree, bro. You're going to be the one letting down your family. You're a loser.
But there's guys that rise up to the challenge and say, you know what? I'm going to do better. I'm going to fucking surpass you. And that's where guys need to be. You need that killer instinct where you use that as fuel. It's up to you how you want to do it.
Isn't the goal of the fitness industry to get people more fit?
Of course.
That's the blanket goal.
Of course.
And we're saying shame and calling me a piece of shit doesn't motivate me to get more
Doesn't
fit.
work.
Well, we need winners and losers.
No.
Yeah, that's
You're-
right.
We need
you're-
winners and
this is
losers.
The
Yeah.
industry
Like there's
is
going to
the
be
one
inevitably
catering
there's
to
going to
the
be
people,
losers. If you
correct?
don't respond favorably to shame and bullying, etc., and you don't overcome it, you're effectively a loser.
Let's be clear, though.
Yeah,
You
fact.
just said the right word, fitness industry. It is a
He's 100% it's facts though, because when you look at some of the best fighters in the world, they picked up fighting because they were bullied when they were younger. And they chose fighting as a way for them to gain confidence and also overcome the obstacle of being bullied. That's what real men do. They see a problem and they look for a solution for that problem. Oh, these men are bullying me. Cool. I'm going to learn how to fight so this don't happen no more. We're supposed to be deductive problem solvers as men, because that's the masculine thing to do. So what? Oh, they're bullying me. They're saying I'm fat. Yeah, what are you going to do about it, bruv? You can't beat them up, so you better lose weight. You know, like what? Or else people going to call you fat for the rest of your life, big man. It's not really that difficult, is it?
a industry.
Yeah.
It is to make money. It's not necessarily to get people into shape. It's to make money. So sure,
Yep, and that's why things changed with the industry. As soon as it became, oh, I can sell you all these products and all these other things, this is when man started selling their soul and doing bullshit. And this is why I don't really fuck with the industry like that no more.
there's gonna be junctions along the way. Like I'm a coach. There has to be tough love. Like
Yeah,
if you're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing, I have to be a little bit harder on you.
yeah.
But that's not gonna start your journey. Me being like, you're a fat piece of shit. Whereas like if we get into it and we're 3 months in and you're not making progress because there's a lot of things you're not doing that we're coaching you on, then of course there's gonna be some tough love. There's gonna be some extra
I
accountability.
told you that's why I got rid
But I
of
think
my
there's a
client.
difference between accountability and tough love than just like shaming somebody into doing something, because
Totally
that's not
agree.
going to create that like long-term ability to obviously achieve it on their own.
But Myron would prefer. You would prefer shame.
Shaming is a component to get people to be accountable.
Yes, exactly. A component to get people to be accountable. He's talking about it being the catalyst. He's not saying that directly shaming someone is what makes them do it. And this is what people are not understanding. Like I'm understanding it. I can't see why these guys are not understanding it. Maybe they don't like the way he's saying it, and because he's quite blunt like I am, I understand it because I very much listen to what people say, and I'm not very interested in how they say it, really. Do you know what I mean? But that's just me. And that's why I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I don't want to be. Because I'm here for people that want to hear things. They want to hear facts. Like they don't care how they're said. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and these man here, there's too many emotional men in here, bro. There's bare estrogen in that room, blood. All them fat brothers are soft. The brother with the dreads, I feel like his heart's in the right place. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's stuck in a place where he can never have real success because he's still quite deluded.
We all
About
just
my
want to
situation.
know when shame motivated you to be better.
Me personally?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
All the
speaking
time.
in general here as
No,
far
I know,
as like
but don't
shame
speak
working.
general.
But
Speak for yourself personally.
Well,
When did
see-
shame change your life?
oh well, here's the thing. I think every man growing
Yeah,
up has been shamed to some degree, where they're like, you know what, I need to improve this. Whether they grew up
No,
skinny.
You though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was skinny, right? And then I got picked on, and I was like, okay, I'm either gonna let this define me or I'm gonna overcome. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the gym and start training.
But does it work in any other interpersonal relationship? Like, have your parents ever shamed you, come down on you, made you feel like shit?
Bruv, your parents should shame you all the time. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? If you get a shit result at school, should your parents not shame you? I used to get shamed. Now, I mean, not that I did badly at school, because I never did. But if I did bring home like a poor result, a poor report card, my mum would be like, yo, or my mum and dad would be like, yo, we ain't got no dunces in this house. So what the fuck do you think this is? That's how they would speak to me if they needed to speak to me like that. Do you know what I mean? That never happened. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought that getting a B, bro, I was scared to bring B's and C's home. Do you know what I'm saying? I got 11 A to C's in GCSEs, yeah, without really, I'll be honest, I didn't really revise, innit? And when I did revise, man, literally, revising for me is just going over my notes on the bus on the way to the exam. I'll be honest, I never revised for none of my exams, and I still done really well because I was very good at understanding things at school. Do you know what I'm saying? So I never really needed to revise. Like I'm very good at holding important information and getting rid of shit information. So because of that, most of the information at school is not important, but I was very good at deducting what was important to keep and what to throw away. Do you know what I'm saying? And I always did well at school. But if I didn't do well, it'd be like, yo, like, well, go on. We don't have no idiots in this house. We don't have no idiots in this house. That's how they would talk. Like there was no part of me that thought I could go home without a certain amount of success and thought that it would be acceptable, bro. 100% my parents would shame me because they would say, yo, you're not getting this from me. You're not getting this from me. What is this? What is this? There was 100% shaming. And then on top of that, you got to think, remember, I'm the oldest boy. So now X is younger than me. So now, naturally, his grades are getting compared to mine, whether he likes it or not. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether he likes it or not, because that's what happens. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, it was one of them ones where at school, I did the best out of all the boys. But there was pressure on the boys beneath me now to get what I got by default. Do you know what I'm saying? And if they don't get that, then they are gonna get shamed. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this is how they get things done, bro. Because then you're scared to go home to show your parents because you're ashamed. You're ashamed.
Absolutely.
But did
and
you
I thank them
deserve
for it.
all of it?
No,
100% of it?
Absolutely, they shame me, and I think that's fantastic. And I think that's a part of your parent's job is to shame you for your fuck ups.
What about
Yes,
people in abusive
100%.
relationships or with abusive parents who are now in no contact situations?
Oh, for fuck's sake. What about the people that are in abusive things with abusive parents? This guy's a bitch, man. What are we talking about? Why does this guy always take things somewhere else? Do you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be extreme versions of everything. Why do these men always like to go to the extremes, bro? This is what women do. For no reason. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? What about the ones with abusive parents? Bruv, shut the fuck up, bro.
Situations or anything like that. Not me. I love my folks. They're great.
Yeah.
But like just for the TV record.
Yeah.
In case they watch it. Like, but I know a lot of people who
There's
are
always
on
a
like
line.
no
There's
contact.
always a line. But
So that's all I'm saying is in the in the fitness world, I would rather be with someone who's trying to uplift me.
No, you would rather be coddled because you are a very feminine man. So you need us to communicate with you in the feminine way. That's okay. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care what you would rather. We're talking about, on the whole, this works. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm not talking about the fact that you're a feminine man, yeah, and the gently approach works for you. Most masculine men, shaming, we understand it's a part of the game and we will kick on from it. If you're not a masculine man, we're not talking to you, and that's okay. But if you're not a masculine man, most of the time you will lose to masculine men because masculine men have that quote unquote, they've got that dog in them that you don't have. So they will take your gal and they will take your money and they will take whatever they want from you. Because it's kill or be killed in this world. And if you don't have that dog in you, yeah, the guys that do will take everything that you want. It's that simple. And they will get what they want. And they will get the results that you don't get.
Trying to get me to improve, hold me accountable. Tough love, absolutely, I think is important.
Yeah.
There's a total difference between tough love and shame.
No, there's not. No, there's not. Because shaming is tough love. Because it's tough to be shamed. Do you know what I'm saying? Shaming is literally a component of tough love. Because you shame people that you care about. Because if you don't care about someone and you see them doing something, yeah, you just leave them. You don't even need to shame them because, like, bro, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? I will only go out of my way to shame you if I genuinely care about you. If I see a fat person just being fat, yeah, I'm not going to just randomly go out to them and say, yo, you're fat. I'm never going to do that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The only way I might tell a man they're fat, yeah, that I don't know is if they say something to me and I'm looking at them and I'm like, bro, listen, you're fat. The audacity of this guy. I'll be real. Man's looking at me like I'm a chocolate button or something like that. That's when I might say something. But on the whole, yeah, if there's someone around me that's overweight, yeah, if I mention their weight, yeah, it's because I want them to do better. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say it in a really, really nice way, bro. I'm not going to. Because that shit don't work. For the majority of men, it doesn't work saying something nicely to them. Do you know what I mean? It's, bro, like I said, some of the best fighters in the world, yeah, are that because they got bullied. No one said to them, oh, like, you should go to a dojo and learn martial arts, bro. No, they got beat up. And that's when they decided they wanted to be Batman after that. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, like this is how, man, even Batman had to watch his parents die. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, the nice thing don't work. The baddest brothers on this planet right now saw some real bad things to get where they were. There was no nice backstory. I promise you there wasn't.
Absolutely.
Shame is a component of tough love.
Shame is only done with the intent to hurt somebody.
No, it's not. Shame is only done with the intent to hurt people. No, it's not. No, it's not. Fucking hell. He's speaking like a woman. He's speaking like a woman. Brother, I don't know. Any of you man, any of you man seen I think it was next Friday. Was it next Friday? When Craig goes to Day Day's house. It is next Friday, isn't it? When he goes to Day Day's house. When he's running away from Debo. Yeah, that's next Friday. I remember when Day Day shows Craig the whip and he's like, yo, I got them 20s on there. And Craig's like, those are not 20s, bro. You know them ones. Man's trying to say he's got 20-inch rims on the whip. Man's like, those are not 20s, bro. You know them ones there. Man, just letting man know, listen, those are not 20s. You ain't got 20-inch rims money in it. Don't fuck around and say those are 20s, rude boy. Those are not 20s, bro. Those are 18s. You know, like that. And that's what it is. It's like, bro, get your money up. That's all it is. Man, I'm not shaming man to hurt, man. I'm saying, bros, those are not 20s. You know what I'm saying? Those are not 20s, rude boy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Man, not telling you those ain't 20-inch rims for you to cry. You could have played along and said, yeah, those are 20s. Like, bro, those aren't 20s, blood. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Man, them shame each other all the time. Man, them shame each other all the time, bro. We don't shame man to hurt their feelings. We shame man to let man know, listen, get your money up. That ain't it. You know, like that. That ain't it, big man. You know what I'm saying? The money's not money in, bro. Those are not 20s. Those are 18s, read boy. And this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. Men don't shame each other with the intent to hurt each other. Tough love, bro. We do this all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? We do this all the time, bro. We make fun of our friends because we care about them. Bro, that's what we do. We don't make fun of our friends, yeah, to hurt their feelings. We don't. And if we're in a group of men and we feel like someone's being spiteful to hurt someone and it's not a joke, we will pull them up on. Because as men, we can see, yeah, when someone's trying to bully someone and when someone's just fucking around, bro. If it gets to the line where we're like, yo, this is bullying, we will not stand for it. Do you know what I'm saying? But we take the piss out of each other out of love all the fucking time. All the time. Those are your best friends. Your best friends are the guys that take the piss out of you, that shame you. Your best friends will do that, bro. When your friends don't do that no more, they don't love you, bro. They don't love you. And you're never too big to get shamed by your friends. Because, bro, you could be a fucking celebrity. You could be a multi-millionaire. If you're around your friends that you grew up with, they'll take the piss out of you the same way they took up the piss out of you when you was on free school meals, bro. Doesn't change anything.
Well,
Not to uplift.
we got to reset.
You gotta reset. That's fine.
See, look, my man cut it off because he saw this man's going left again with his emotional shit. I would not like to be on the other side.
Would not like to be on the other side. If that's true for you, come forward.
Yeah, all the fit guys are like, yo, I don't want to be a fat fuck.
I'm
Yeah,
feeling
look.
medium on this.
No, what do you mean you're medium, bro? Yes, you would want to be on the other side. See, all the other brothers, see, these man fought for their right to be fat fucks just to turn around and say, you know what, yeah, I'm not happy with the way I look.
When I was in high school, they do your graduation photos, and they had a saying, and my saying was, my worst nightmare would be if I gained 10 pounds of fat. Literally, grade 12, I remember it clear as day. I was already a competitive bodybuilder, and so to imagine being 100 or 200 pounds overweight when I strived my whole life to look kind of like this, I just couldn't imagine it. It would be a nightmare for me.
I agree. From like a health perspective, like being overweight or obese like puts you at a higher risk of developing chronic illnesses, and I think I wouldn't want to be in that position. And if I was in that position, I would do what I can in order to get to a healthier weight.
Bruv, them man ain't trying to look like the other brothers on the other side. They don't even need to explain themselves. You know when it's self-explanatory? It's fully self-explanatory. Like, why the fuck would you want to be clinically obese, bruv? Don't make no sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever. And it's very telling, yeah, who's come over. It's my man in the green again, blood. You know he's gonna chat shit.
Okay. So I just want to make sure everyone gets to say their piece before I go. I mean, yeah, it's completely unacceptable to be fat as a man, man. It's completely unacceptable. It's just so many problems with it. I've been fat, I've been skinny, and I've been in shape, and I will pick being in shape every single time. Just like if you have someone that's rich versus someone that's poor, they will pick being rich every single time. And the thing is that most fat people, not all, but most, have never even seen their abs. They've never seen what their body is capable of. They've never been actually happy with their physique. And once you get that taste, you're never going to want to go back. And that
Facts. And this is what I said. You see, when the guy in the green was like, listen, I love my body and what my body's capable of. You've never seen what your body's capable of. And this is why I rate bodybuilders, because they push their body to the maximum muscle built, minimal body fat, the natural ones. And even the guys that are on juice, as much as I don't condone it and I would never do it, I still respect the discipline it takes and the mental fortitude it takes, bro. If you haven't seen veins on your abdominals, you've never really pushed your body yet anywhere near its maximum potential. You never have. Do you know what I'm saying? And once you get there, that feeling, yeah, there's no better feeling, bruv. I'm telling you. I'll be real. And this is why I said right now, yeah, I feel fluffy at the moment. I'm cutting at the moment. And I am about 6 kilos away from where I was when I felt my best in it. And I remember when I was just ripped. And I remember when I went on holiday. A man's literally, when you've got veins on your lower abs, you know you're lean in it. And I got really, really lean, like quad separation lean. Not stage lean, but single digit body fat lean. And I felt like fucking Goku, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? If you haven't got your body down to that with muscle on it, brother, you don't know what your body's capable of. You don't know. You don't know that feeling. You don't know that feeling, bro. When I put on my fucking swimming trunks, bruv, in the Dominican Republic, and I walked out of my hotel room and I had veins on my abs and I was vascular and I was shredded, bro. That feeling, you see, when you walk poolside, bro, that feeling there, bro, can't be replicated. There's not a drug that does that shit. And if there was, I might be on it. I'll be real. There isn't one. I wish I could bottle that shit. I wish I could bottle that feeling up. You can't bottle that.
then on top of that, you're going to want to go ahead and tell all those fat asses that you were once friends with, you need to get in shape. This is awesome. But the reality is we live in this crazy world where we coddle fat people, we coddle idiots, we coddle morons, and we don't hold anybody accountable, and we allow mediocrity to strive in the West. And
I love how violently he uses the English language. I love it, bro. Morons. Bro, this is how I speak, bro. And this is why people don't understand me. And it's okay. We coddle morons. We coddle losers. We coddle fat people. This is what they are. We should call them what they are. The thing that I hate the most about society right now is there's some amazing words in the English dictionary here that we're no longer allowed to use. And I don't like that. Because I love the English language. You know what I mean? I love Scrabble, and I'm someone who has a vast vocabulary, and I like using certain words that we're not allowed to use anymore. Do you know what I mean? But I like how aggressively he uses the English language. It's amazing, bro, because this is what these people are.
And I think we need to go back to shaming fat people. We need to go back to making fun of them. I mean, if I was president, hell, I'd put all of them in a fat concentration camp so they can concentrate on dieting and exercising, because being fat is completely not acceptable. I'd have these people.
Yo, a concentration camp. I hear it. That's actually not a bad idea, you know. Man said put them in fat fighters, yeah, and you have to fight your way out. So when you lose the weight and you pick up the good habits, then I allow you back into civilization where you're not a burden on the economy anymore and you're not eating all the food, bruv. I hear it, bro. But that'd probably be the quickest way to get everyone in shape. If they said, right, if you don't lose weight and get in shape, you're not leaving. You know that? Because, bro, I'll be real, yeah? Like, that is how you save society in the long run. Because if you think about it, a lot of people that are alcoholics, yeah, they tend to stop being alcoholics when they get into a health situation where they can almost lose their life. And then they have to give it up. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones. If you know you're going to lose your livelihood, then it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting because you're actually you're actually a liability. You're actually a liability to the economy. But because they make so much money off fat people, they wouldn't want them to lose weight. But the reality is, they're a big burden on the health service. Do you know what I mean? The majority of the funding that goes to the health service will be to facilitate people that have illnesses that are self-inflicted. And I don't believe that people that have self-inflicted situations should be prioritized. I don't.
Back in shape, because what people don't also understand is that fat people bring a big burden on the healthcare system.
Well, can
Obesity, diabetes, heart disease, etc. It's a big problem.
Do you really mean that, or are you just saying that?
I'm dead ass. Yeah.
No, he means it. He means it. I agree with him. I agree with him still. It's savage, but bro, I'm a savage.
If I was president, make me president, I would get rid of the obesity problem like that. I find it interesting that they can lock us up in their homes for almost 2 years saying wear a mask, etc. But then I say, I'm gonna lock these dudes up in a concentration camp where we're gonna get them healthy food, we're gonna get them exercising, and I'm looked at as crazy.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I guess
That's a good way to put it, Myron. Never really thought about that. It's very true. And if anything, lockdown made people put on even more weight. I put on weight during lockdown, and I'm someone that's fit and healthy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm someone that's fit and healthy, but during lockdown, it got to the point where I was locked in my house, and you're almost comfort eating because you don't get the steps. Like, I've got a treadmill at home now to get my steps in, but when you weren't allowed out your house, you don't realize how little you move around because you're just in your house. So I was probably doing like 1,000 steps a day, maybe less than 1,000 steps, because I was streaming a lot. I was just going from my bed to my office where I stream from, then to the toilet, then to the bathroom, then to the kitchen, then back to stream some more. Probably didn't do 1,000 steps a day, and then I'm eating the same food, but I'm not burning the same calories, and I just put on weight doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Not being allowed outside. So it's one of them things where even me, someone who's active and who had gym equipment in his house, I still put on weight. So for your health, lockdown was very, very bad.
there's a distinction between having opinions about how COVID was handled and genuinely believing that all fat people should be in a concentration camp.
Yes.
Hey, bro, listen, man. Stop taking everything so literally, man. What a fucking crybaby. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you can see when Myron's saying things in jest, innit? It's tongue in cheek. Like, he doesn't literally mean like, yo, you get me? He doesn't mean that, but he means hypothetically, and I completely agree with him. Like, people need to understand when people are joking. Like, you can't even really have a joke with people anymore. It's fucking boring.
And
A
I just wanna make
concentration
sure-
camp. Let me be clear. I'm talking about a concentration camp where they're concentrating.
Exactly. It's a fat camp. Do you know what I mean? It's a fat camp. Do you know what I mean? Weight Watchers. Do you know what I mean? Where I watch you lose weight because you're fat.
On diet and exercise.
So I wouldn't necessarily want to go from one extreme to another. I also would not want to be spewing out stuff just to hopefully get a viral clip.
The fuck's man talking about extreme? Myron's physique is not extreme. Myron just looks like a healthy guy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not extreme. This guy is not fucking roided off like mad veins, whatever. Like, he's just a healthy, lean guy. There's nothing extreme about it. You are an extremely fat piece of shit, though. You know them ones there. Like, it's crazy. He can't even sit comfortably on the stool because he's so fat. Look at how Myron's sitting. Look at how the host is sitting, and look at this guy spilling off the chair, bro. Do you know what I mean? He looks like someone poured chocolate milkshake on the chair, bruv, just spilling over the edges and that.
So if you could
know-
snap your fingers and look like any of us, would you not do it? Like, would it
I
not be worth
probably
it?
choose to look like Tyler. I want to go to a place where it's comfortable and it's healthy all around. I'm not doing things that could negatively impact me in a way to get to a place like that. Like, I've gone through that. I've gone through having eating disorders.
You still got one. Look at the size of you. How can you be as fat and useless as you are now and say that I used to have an eating disorder? You still got one. How can you look like that and not think you have an eating disorder? This is what I don't understand.
From chewing gum and drinking water and starving myself in different ways to achieve something. Like when I was
You didn't starve yourself well enough, bro. I've seen starving children. They don't look like you, big man. I'll be real. They don't look like you, big man. Do you know what I mean? So if you starved yourself, boy, that's another thing that you quit too early. Do you know what I mean? At least starve yourself properly, bro. One thing about starvation is it's got an 100% success rate, bro. You will lose weight. You will. You know them ones. It's just like if you're underwater long enough, you will drown. If you don't eat for long enough, you will lose weight, brother. So you didn't even do that properly. Man couldn't even commit to starving himself. You know, like what a failure. Do you know what I'm saying? Fucking hell.
Was dancing, my dance teacher blatantly told me, if you don't lose a certain amount of weight, I'm kicking you out of the showcase. So what
Amazing.
did I do? I resorted to everything that I could possibly do to cut pounds like crazy. And it wasn't sustainable. It really screwed with me mentally, but I was doing it. And of course, like in the moment, it sort of felt good, but then I fainted in class one time. And that really, really sucked.
So I feel like he would switch sides if it meant doing it naturally. Like he's obviously
Yes,
natural.
like
He's
that-
natural.
Well, then you shouldn't be here. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Go back over there, you idiot. Man said I had to lose weight quickly, yeah. So I did it in an unnatural way and it had bad side effects. Well, duh. Like, what did you expect to happen, Rude Boy? Do you know what I'm saying? That's like going cold turkey. If you're on heroin and all of a sudden you just decide, all right, cool, I'm just gonna stop taking it now, bro. That's why them man have to strap themselves, man have to handcuff themselves to radiators and that. Like it's like an exorcism and them thing there. What, you just thought that you was just your fat ass was just gonna stop eating one day, and also you're dancing and you're exercising, and like I said, someone that size needs a certain amount of fuel to keep that size. So of course, when you go to eating no food to lose weight quickly, yeah, your body's gonna want to try and hold the weight, and then you're gonna have problems. So basically, you're telling me you're an idiot.
That's what I'm saying.
obviously not.
I would switch sides if it meant that I could do it in a healthy way. And I mean, obviously, like I expressed that I'm working on
So
that.
you shouldn't
And
be
I'm not
here.
saying that what you did was wrong. I really applaud the fact that you're saying to people like, hey, this was what my journey was. This is what it took. But I really don't advise that.
Okay, so here's the thing, man. Like excellence and comfort.
Man said, here's the thing, man. I love Myron because when he says that, he's just like, yo, fat boy, listen. You know what I'm saying? He's there making excuses. He said that he would not change sides, but now he's saying he would.
Cannot coexist. If you want to be an anomaly and you want to be the trendsetter, you want to be the top guy, you got to be able to be comfortable being uncomfortable. As far as like weight loss, because you said I'm just saying things to get a viral clip, how would you deal with the obesity problem?
Like I said, pouring life into people. How am I dealing with
Brother, you've been pouring too many things, blood, and it doesn't look like H2O either, blood. You know them ones. This bread looks like he fucking has fucking chocolate milk for breakfast. We need to stop pouring, bro. You need to starve yourself for about 6 months, blood. You know them ones there, and that'll do it. I'll be real. All of this would just go away, man. Just tape man's mouth shut. You know them ones. You know when people have them gastric bands, yeah, and they tie their stomach, bro. Just tie their mouth. Tie their fucking mouth. Cause ain't no one trying to listen to this fat guy anyway. I'll be honest. If we get silence and he doesn't get food, it's a win-win situation, bro. I'll be real, because I'm tired of seeing people that look like this have bare to say, bro. Like honestly, your opinions, it's offending me at this point. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Shut your fat ass up, man. Like, what's man really saying? This guy said, yeah, that he don't wanna swap places with these man. Then he came over and said, actually, I do want to swap places with them, but only if I can do it, yeah, without hurting myself. And then basically what he's really saying is he wants to look like them, but he doesn't want to put the work in to get there. That's what I've taken from this.
it? I'm sharing what it's taking me.
Explain
I'm
what pouring
sharing
life is. Like, what would that actually look like?
as someone who creates content online. I share what it is that I do in the gym. I share my routine. I talk about like, hey, today was a shit day, but guess what? I pushed past that.
Fuck the gym routine, bro. I'll be real. You're fat, yeah, because you eat too much. Ain't got nothing to do with the gym routine. You don't even need to go gym, bro. Literally, you're struggling just to stay on the fucking stool because you're so fat. Man spilling off the stool, blood. Like, you're falling off the stool, bro. You've got half a bum cheek on the stool because you're so wide, you can't fit your ass on the stool, blood. You know, like that. You don't need to go gym. Your whole life is a gym. Your whole life is a gym, Rude Boy. Getting off that seat, yeah, is a gym. You don't need to go gym. Just stop eating.
And I just bench 405. That's more than I weigh. When I want to hang out with friends, if I know that my schedule,
You didn't bench 405. Shut your fat ass up, man. You know them. You bench 405. The only time you bench 405 is when you sat on the bench, blood. That's about 405 on the bench. The last time you had 405 on the bench, your fat ass was sitting on the bench, bruv, and the bench was squeaking blood. Man said I bench 405. The fuck you talking about?
does not allot me that time, but I know that I have this time during the gym. I'll tell my friends like, hey, pull up with me.
So you're inspiring others.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what if I told you at the camp, everyone's exercising together and they're inspiring each other?
But
Same
you,
thing.
you
Same
approach
What did I say about the CrossFit gyms, guys? This is why guys at CrossFit gyms, yeah, these guys keep each other fit. They train topless a lot of the time. The guys in the CrossFit gyms. I don't like CrossFit because I believe a lot of the movements are very dangerous. Do you know what I'm saying? They're performing a lot of complex lifts here in a fatigue state, which can promote a lot of injury. However, I like the camaraderie. I like the community aspect. Do you know what I'm saying? And all these guys are fucking topless. Do you know what I mean? And they're running around and they're inspiring each other. You don't want to be the fat brother in the CrossFit gym with their top off. Everyone's got their top off and you're the one that keeps the t-shirt on because you don't look good. That inspires man to look good because you want to have your top off as well for the pictures. You know, like that. I fuck with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys like this, they need a community aspect to get in shape, bro. And there's an element of shaming in that because you don't want to be the one guy with his top on.
it at such a negative way. Like you approached it from a place of shame. And like most of us have blatantly told you that shame didn't really work.
Bro, this guy is chatting like a gal. Forget how he's approached it, bro. The underlying message is still the same.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder. Shame is
No. What leads you to a eating disorder is because you're a loser. That's why, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop blaming the shame. That's crazy. That don't make no sense. Your lack of discipline. The fact that you wanted quick results and instead of doing it the right way, doing it the slow way and the sustainable way, you tried to skip steps and starve yourself and do all these other things because you wanted instant gratification because you don't like the graft. You don't like the graft. That is why you had an eating disorder, because you tried to cheat. A lot of these guys that are fat, yeah, and they cannot lose weight is because they cannot commit to something and they don't have the discipline to stick to something. Even when you don't see the scale changing, do you still have the discipline to not go back to your bad habits? Do you still have the discipline for your stomach to be hurting because you're hungry? And for you to say, now, fuck this, I'm not going to eat that cookie. I'm not going to order this takeaway. I'm going to stick to the plan. Even though I haven't lost any weight in the last week, I'm going to still have faith that it's working. Because weight loss is not linear. Weight loss is not linear. Like, I'm cutting at the moment, guys. I told you. Like, I'll even... So I don't go past. So, what day is it? It's the 18th. I always take my weight every morning. And the reason why I do that is just so I can have an average. Like, I don't care. I know that your body weight fluctuates. So, it is the 18th today. And basically, my weight, yeah, is a mad thing because on the 13th, yeah, between the 13th and the 14th, it went down 0.4. And then the next day it went up 0.3. And then the next day it went down 0.4. And then today it went down 0.5. Weight fluctuates. Do you know what I'm saying? It goes up and down. If I was dieting, yeah, and then I saw my weight go up the next day, and I said, it's not working because my weight went up. Let me just fucking have a large cake. What the fuck are you talking about? What are we doing? Consistency always wins.
It's what led me to unsustainable weight loss.
Whose fault is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Whose fault is that?
stability.
Whose fault is that you decided to go an unsustainable route with dieting? Whose fault is
So if I was given a timeline that I needed to meet, and I'm trying to figure out without also having the tools to do so the proper way, and I'm just grasping at straws on how I do it, yeah, it's not sustainable.
Yeah. So whose fault is it that they chose an unsustainable route to lose weight? That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional
No.
victim. I don't know if you've caught on to this, but you're a professional victim. You constantly
Bro, this guy, 100%, he's a professional victim, bro. No sustainability. It was your fault that you chose as unsustainable route because you wanted to cut corners, bro. That's what happened. The way you lose weight is you do the boring things consistently again and again and again. There's no other way.
blame others for your inadequacies and why you're fat.
I
The
haven't
reason why you're
blamed-
fat.
I haven't blamed not one person
Well,
for where I am.
Yeah, because you're always like, oh, but it's tough and all this other stuff. The reality is this, man.
Wait,
You eat too much.
I'm
and you don't
trying to
exercise
figure out
enough.
where these
And that's
misconceptions
why.
about me are.
Again, you can say whatever you want to say.
And
I do want to press.
what- and here's
hey,
the-
like I
wanna
said, I
press.
called you
and
out
here-
on
here's
it,
the-
and I said,
I
here's the
want to
thing.
press
you're
pause.
This is
searching
how
for
fat
a
people
viral
think.
clip.
Every
Bruv, he's talking about misconceptions. There's no misconception. You said that shaming is the reason you have an eating disorder. No, the reason you have an eating disorder is because you tried to cut corners and you fucked yourself up, bro. It was your fault.
everyone
Searching for a
has an
viral clip,
excuse for
and
why
I
they're
think that
fat.
it's really sad.
And they can't
I
take
think it's
accountability for why
really,
they're fat.
really sad.
We got to pause. Let's bring in our disagreeers.
Zero accountability for why he's fat, bro. You have an eating disorder, or you had one, because you tried to cut corners and you fucked up, bro. That's still on you. This guy's not taking any accountability for his situation, which is why he's fat. And also, when I was telling you about the weight thing, I don't even care about the weight so much because even when the scale was going up, I could visibly see in the mirror that I'm getting leaner because my abs are looking more defined. So even though my weight was up, I could see my body fat was down. And that's why looking on the scales doesn't always tell you stuff, because obviously you could have extra weight, but it could just be your muscles are full. Your muscles are full of glycogen, your liver's full. So even though you might be heavier, it's just fluid, bro. More times it's fluid. It don't mean nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So the point is, the reason why I take my weight every day is just so I can get a weekly average, just to make sure, yeah, that on average, how much I'm losing. And then that lets me know if I need to increase my calories because I'm losing weight too quickly, leave it the same, or reduce my calories because I'm not losing it as fast as I want. Not that I have to weigh myself every day, because I don't. This is the first time I've ever done it this way. Normally, I would just weigh myself twice a week, maybe on a Wednesday and on a Sunday or something like that, instead of doing the average thing. But I thought, let me see this. Let me do it this way, just to see if I can see any trends or something like that. But ultimately, you can see in the fucking mirror, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You can see in the mirror if it's working. Because ultimately, no one cares how much they weigh if they fucking look good anyway. Like, no one cares.
Well, you guys were arguing so much, I forgot the prompt. What was the prompt again?
It was I don't want to be on the other side.
Oh, okay.
No, of course I would. I'm a curious person. I have been in much more traditional.
Shit. Now they're showing him front on, yeah, bro. He's even fatter than I thought. Like, all the times they've been showing my man from the side, have you noticed? This is the first time you've seen him front on. Do you know what I'm saying? Look how small, look how thin his wrists are, yeah? This guy's not a naturally big person, bro. Look at it. Look, he's got skinny wrists like me. He ain't got thick wrists. So when this guy's like, oh, I'm naturally big. No, you're not, bro. I can't lie, bro. You're not naturally big, bro. You're just fat, bro. And the thing is, he's got skinny arms and skinny legs and a fat torso.
Like aesthetically pleasing
I
shape
feel
in my
like Tyson
past,
Fury.
but I've never gotten to like your guys' standards. And of course, I'm curious about anyone's life, like what it's like to walk through their shoes. So I don't see why I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I absolutely chose to, if I could, I'd switch. So when I was my lightest weight, which was 273, I wasn't anywhere near you guys, but I had muscles. I felt really good about myself. And now that I fall.
Hold on. 273. What is that in kilos, man? Let me see some. 273 divided by 2.2. 124 kilos. Nah, that's heavy, bruv. You was 100 kilos. Nah, get out of here, bro. Nah, bro. Even if you was 100 kilos, you're still overweight, bro. Like, I don't know how tall this guy is, yeah? But even at 100 and something kilos, that's still big, man. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, that means this bread's been fat his whole life.
Falling back, I literally like almost hate life because I got somewhere, got really close, and it was out of reach, and now I'm falling back, and I gotta fight again. So if I could, I'd absolutely would switch.
What makes it hard to, like, I don't understand, like, you were 273 feeling great. How did you get back? Like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Curious.
No,
How does
absolutely.
that happen?
So when I started my weight loss journey, I was very focused. Like, I can't take any outside help. Like, I got to do this on my own. I did all the research myself. So my problem was when I would hit.
Look at Myron's face, blood. He's falling asleep. He's like, bro, this fucking liar, bro. You know bro, you know that one brother that's lying all the time, man, that comes through here in the friendship group and tells you that he just weighed in 6 man. He got jumped by 8 guys and he took 6 guys out. You know, like when Soldier Boy was telling the story where man broke into his house and he was shooting everyone. Look at Myron's face. Myron's face. He's like, bro, shut up, man. Here we go, innit? This motherfucker's gonna tell me about when he turned into John Wick, a man broke into his house and he shot everyone, blood. Oh my days.
Hit plateaus, it hit hard because I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Why not cutting weight? So eventually I hit enough plateaus to where like my mentality was just breaking down.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with the prompt, just saying like, I probably wouldn't go extreme like on your side of the spectrums and that kind of stuff, but I would like to look like Tyler.
Everyone wants to look like
Tyler.
Everyone wants to look like Tyler. You know why? Because Tyler's physique looks like the most attainable. You know, like that. That's what it is. That's what it looks like, the most attainable. And that's what I keep saying to you guys. And I said earlier, a lot of people always have an affinity, yeah, with the person who looks the most normal. That's it. Everyone wants to look at someone and feel like I can look like this. As soon as your shit don't look attainable, people don't want that. That's why people like Fat Adele.
Tyler is the ideal for me of what I want to look like. But I mean, I wouldn't be that short too. But like,
there you go. No one wants to look like Tyler because Tyler's short. None of these men want to be short. Do you know what I'm saying? They're just saying Tyler because his physique looks like the one that they can most get.
I'm just going to say it, the elephant in the room. Every fat person would want to be in shape. The problem is that they're not willing to do what's required to get in shape.
Yeah.
That's why they are fat.
But it's a bunch.
Yes, bro. Like Myron is so blunt, yeah, but he's putting it that way. That's why this guy's got to step in here and try and like say, oh, no. But the thing is, he brought Myron in because he knew Myron was going to be polarizing. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why he brought him here. So I don't know why he's pretending that he doesn't know why Myron's here. He knew Myron wasn't going to sit on the fence.
Be in shape. The problem is that they're not willing to do what's required to get in shape, hence why they are fat.
But it's abundantly clear what you think. Like we've got it.
kudos to you.
It's a lie.
See what I'm saying? This brother, he knows Myron ain't here for the bullshit.
The next prompt is, your physique is in your control. Can the agreeers please step forward?
Of course it is. Someone's going to say, oh, no, but I've got some mental.
So long story short, in 2018, I got to my heaviest weight, which was 441 pounds. And I was depressed as, like, I'm not going to cuss, but
You can say it.
I was depressed as fuck, man. Like, it was really hard.
And what did I tell you about your gut being linked to your mental health? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When people say they got a gut feeling, bro, I'm telling you, like the gut is linked to the brain. And this is why when you eat shit food, yeah, and you put loads of shit in your stomach, yeah, it can affect you mentally. When people have mental health issues, the first thing that they should look at is people's diet. Do you know what I mean? And you know what the funny thing is, yeah? If you have a pet or something like that, yeah, and your pet falls ill, the first thing they say to you is, oh, what are you feeding it? If you've got a pet, yeah, and your pet misbehaves and they're moving mad and stuff like that, Do you know what I'm saying? If the pet's just moving mad, and even with kids as well, when kids are mad hyper and that, they say, "Oh, what are you giving them too much sugar?" So people understand, yeah, that what you put inside your mouth affects your behavior, and it affects how your body processes things. So why do they not do the same thing with people that have mental health problems? Because they don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure, yeah, that if you sort out someone's diet and their physical health, then their mental health will improve. I've never tried it and I don't have to try it. But I know for myself personally, yeah, when I'm not eating well and when I'm not training well, I am not the best version of myself. I don't have that mental clarity. I don't have that mental sharpness. I don't have all of these things. I do not have them, bro. And that's why when I stopped playing football, the reason why I couldn't stay in the house and I went straight into the gym to work, even though I didn't need the money to work, is because I understood, yeah, that mentally, the worst thing I could do is stay at home and feel sorry for myself. I needed to put myself in an environment that was similar to the one I came out of because I needed to move. I needed to be physical because this is what I'm used to. This is my happy place. So all of these people that are fat and out of shape like this, mentally, they can't be in a good place. Impossible. Do you know what I mean? They definitely can't be at their optimum. It's impossible.
My weight had built like a cage around my mind. So even things that I knew were good for me, I couldn't even like go for it because my mentality was just so messed up. And it got to the point to where I had someone tell me like, dude, you're gonna die. And that hurt, you know? And I just flipped things around. And I think one thing we haven't mentioned is accountability. I think that's the biggest thing. When I was growing up,
Yes.
my weight was always blamed on someone else. I was
Your
like, oh, it's my parents feeding me too much. And it's like, you can close your mouth. Like I don't have to eat. You know? But when I finally made that change in
my man's spitting, you know. That's what I'm saying. Him, if anyone's gonna do something, it's him because he seems like he's got the right idea. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you're younger, you can blame your parents on your weight, but then when it gets to a certain point, you can't blame your parents no more, man. You have to take accountability. That's what being an adult is. It's accountability.
head, I realized that where you're at, given like the ideal circumstances, it is your choice. I am where I'm at now because I made a series of wrong choices and didn't handle myself correctly.
I mean, you deserve to be depressed if you're fat. I mean, the reality.
Myron's funny. He don't know us. Listen, let me tell you guys something. The reason why I agree with Myron, yeah, is because you see when you get depressed, yeah, depression is a feeling. People talk about depression like it's an illness. It's not an illness. Depression is a state of mind. It's a feeling. You know, like you feel happy, you feel sad, you feel depressed. That's what it is. The reason why you feel depressed is because there's something in your mental space or in your body that is not, it's not correct. There's something that's off. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something that's off. If you feel depressed, it's because there's something that you're really unhappy about. That's supposed to spur you to fix that or to find out what that is. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the time, depression doesn't come out of nowhere. It could be something that builds up over a period of time. But usually if you're feeling like, if you're not feeling yourself and you're not feeling good, that's usually your brain trying to tell you, yo, something isn't right. Change something because we need to get out of this situation because we're not happy here. We're not happy here. So if you're overweight and you're depressed, that's because that's your brain saying, yo, we don't like it here, bro. Get us out of here. Change something. This ain't good for us. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to give you the kick up your ass to do something. Change something. If you're depressed because you eat too much, yeah, eating more is not going to help. Do you see what I'm saying? So when he's saying that you deserve to be depressed, he's almost saying, yo, you're depressing yourself because you're putting yourself further into a state that your body is not happy with and doesn't want to be in. And chemically, you're all over the place now. But everyone's taking everything super literal. They're going to be like, oh, Myron saying you deserve to be depressed because, bro, that feeling of depression, that feeling of not being happy, that feeling of almost being disgusted with yourself, yeah, that's your body's way of saying, yo, get us out of here, bro. Like, we don't want to be here. This is not a nice place.
is that depression is a very healthy response to inadequacy. When you're a man, you got to go out there and produce. We're not women where we can just coast on our looks and make it through life. As a man, you must produce.
I gotta cut you off, bro, because no one deserves to be like people die from that shit, bro. Like,
yeah, but people die from obesity as well. So what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like Myron, again, he's saying people die from that. So you know what that does, yeah? That that creates, yeah, an emotional response. He's saying people die from that. More people die, yeah, from being obese than they do from depression. Way more people die. More people die from metabolic illnesses. Bro, metabolic illnesses right now in the Western world is one of the highest killers, more than depression. Diabetes, high blood pressure, all these other things, all these metabolic diseases, yeah, and all the stuff that comes with it. Bro, people getting the, bro, way more people die from obesity than they do from depression. I'll be real. So when man saying, oh, people die from depression is serious, more people die from being fat than they do from depression. Being fat is serious. Why are people don't understand how serious it is to be as fat as these guys are? Do they need to lose a toe or lose a foot or something like that for them to realize this shit's serious? What's man talking about? For every one person that probably ends up like deleting themselves, yeah, from depression, yeah, there's probably hundreds or thousands of people that die from being obese. Like what are we doing here, bro? Like people don't actually understand how serious it is. You know the amount of money, yeah, that and the strain it puts on the health system. People that are overweight, obese, and all the stuff that comes with it.
and I finally made that change in my head. I realized that where you're at, given like the ideal circumstances, it is your choice. I am where I'm at now because I made a series of wrong choices and didn't handle myself correctly.
I mean, you deserve to be depressed if you're fat. I mean, the reality is that depression is a very healthy response to inadequacy. When you're a man, you got to go out there and produce.
That's it. He said it's a response to inadequacy. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what he's saying. He's saying, yeah, that your mental state a lot of the time, yeah, is always a response to something. A lot of people aren't very good at analyzing certain situations in their life, and they don't realize that, yo, there's something in my life that I'm not really happy with. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's manifesting itself in a certain way. But a lot of the time, yeah, being unhappy is a feeling. And a lot of people aren't good enough at analyzing, yo, why am I unhappy about this? Why, even though I've got this money and I've got all these things, why am I still not happy? And a lot of the time it's because it's a decision they've made, or it's something they're doing, or something they're not doing, or a compromise they're making that they don't want to don't want to make, or so on and so forth. But it's still a reaction to something, because it's a feeling at the end of the day. It's a response to something. You don't just wake up in the morning and you're just depressed for no reason. You don't wake up in the morning and just be unhappy for no reason, bro. For no reason. These things, there's always a meaning, bro. There's always a reason. The reason why your body wants you to feel a certain way, yeah, is because they want you to respond to it. It's just like, bro, the reason why you get hungry, yeah, is because your body wants you to eat. It wants you to do the opposite thing. It's a signal. If you feel sad, your body wants you to find out why you're sad, yeah, and get rid of that feeling. It's just that other people might use other things to try and get rid of that feeling. Instead of doing it the healthy way, they might say, oh, cool, I'm gonna drink alcohol because that helps me get away from that feeling. But the problem is, yeah, the alcohol is a temporary fix. It's a temporary fix. So instead of doing the work here and actually looking within yourself and understanding, yo, I'm unhappy because I'm settling in a relationship with someone maybe that I shouldn't be in. Do you know what I'm saying? Or I want to do this and I'm not doing this. Instead, man say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna drink. Or oh, I'm gonna go out and party, or I'm gonna take drugs or whatever, bro. Like, just because you reacted in the wrong way to the stimulus. Do you know what I mean? What does that mean? Do you know what I'm saying? What does that mean? That's because you got the message and you interpreted it wrong. So you did the wrong thing in response to the message. But your body's always going to give you positive and negative reinforcement. The reason why it's so hard to lose weight past a certain point is because your body doesn't want you to lose weight, because your body wants to hold on to the fat. The reason why you get hunger signals and your body tells you that you're hungry is because your body wants you to maintain the weight that you're at. That's what your body wants. That's all it is. So there's always all of these signals, there's all of these feelings. The reason why you feel tired, yeah, is because your body wants you to go to sleep. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we pretending that, like, we don't feel things as human beings, yeah, but because we're supposed to react to it? When you feel cold, yeah, it's because your body wants you to put on something to warm up. That's why we shiver, because it's to generate heat. When you shiver, that's your body's way of saying, yo, we're cold, fam. You got a jumper. You got a jacket, fam. Or it could just let you just freeze to death and die. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we fucking doing here, bro? If you don't feel good, it's your body's way of saying, yo, we don't like it here. Let's get out of here, bro. Let's get out of here, bro. Something's off. We don't like this. Work out what it is and get us out of here, because we don't like being here. That's what it is. But if you're massively overweight and you're depressed, yeah, it's likely that you're depressed because you're overweight. And not the other way around. You're not overweight because you're fat. I mean, you're not overweight because you're depressed. You're depressed because you're overweight. So do something about your weight and your depression will probably subside.
We're not women where we can just coast on our looks and make it through life. As a man, you must produce
I gotta cut you
financially.
off, bro, because no one
must-
deserves to be like,
hold
people
on,
die
hold
from
on,
that shit,
hold on.
bro.
You must-
Like,
People die from that shit. It doesn't make it any less true.
no one deserves to be
I'm
depressed.
gonna let me finish. The reason why you feel depressed and it's a healthy response to you being fat is because it's your body telling you, like, wow, what are you doing?
Exactly what I said.
You need to fix this. You're sad because you're not going out there and accomplishing what you're supposed to do. It's your masculine duty to make money, to be successful, to lose weight, to be strong and fit so that you could protect and provide for the people that you love. And when you're not able to do that, you get depressed and you get sad, rightfully so, because you're a fuck up.
Have you?
Yeah, that's it. He's not saying it in a nice way, but it's right. He's 100% right. He's saying, yo, this is not who and what we're supposed to be, bro. You're letting down your ancestors, rude boy. You can't see your willy, bruv. You know them ones there. We're supposed to be going around breeding up these gal, but gal don't want to fuck us because we're fat, bro. You're letting down the side. We can't get no pum pum, bro, because your titties are bigger than hers. You know what I'm saying? That man want to skeet, fam. You know what I'm saying? Man can't even skeet, fam. It's crazy out here.
You
That is why.
experienced depression?
Well, I've always been, I've had times where I've been sad and stuff, but I always get over it.
So you shouldn't speak on it then. 'cause
I,
that's
I
like
think
real
that's very
shit.
insensitive. People.
Oh, whatever. Listen, I've never been morbidly obese, but I'll speak on it, bro. You know them ones there is what it is, bro. You're fucking morbidly obese. You look like shit. Don't no one want to look like you, rude boy. Yeah, and it's because you're lazy and you've got no discipline. I don't need to be your size to know. Wagwan. You know them way there, bro. Just because I haven't had depression, that don't mean I'm not gonna speak on it. Is man mad? Do you know what I mean? It's a feeling. Just like being happy is a feeling, and being sad's a feeling. Do you know what I mean? And being excited's a feeling, bro. It's a fucking feeling, bro. That's what it is, bro. Because if it wasn't a feeling, bro, like what? Can I go and buy depression, bro? Like, can I just buy it? Like what the fuck are we talking about, bro?
To
Yeah,
people who actually
people
have
deserve
mental
to be
health
depressed.
disabilities.
Depression most of the time is not real. No.
Hey, Myron is there. Myron is there to, bro. Myron's there to wind these people up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Myron's there to wind these people up. And I'm here for it, you know, because the thing is, I understand what he's saying, but people will see this clip, yeah, because Myron's trying to be polarizing on purpose. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with it. Do you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, it's just like obesity. They put obesity down as a disease. Obesity is not a disease. How can it be a disease, bro? Like, you eat too much and you're lazy. That's not a disease, bro. It's a lifestyle choice. It's not a disease. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's man talking about? Do you know what I mean? A lot of the time, yeah, people are self-diagnosing themselves as depressed. And the reality is they're not depressed. They're just really upset because they're not doing anything in their lives. And they feel useless because they are useless. And then you have clinically depressed people that go to the GPs and whatever, and they tell them they're depressed and put them on meds. And also, there's man that go to the GP and just tell man symptoms, yeah, and they just say, oh yeah, sounds like depression, take these tablets. Instead of asking them, why do you feel this way? What's happened in your life why you feel this way? Do you know what I mean? Like, bro, like no one just asks, bro. These men are just handing out tablets like they're sweeties, bro. Do you know what I mean? Most of the time, if you ask these man questions, yeah, and you look at what they eat, you look at their lifestyle and all these other things, I'm sure it'll be pretty easy to find out why they're not happy. Pretty easy to find out why they're not happy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the mad thing is, yeah, you look at societies where they have absolutely nothing, no money. Like I remember when I went to Romania, do you know what I'm saying? And I went to Moldova and that, and I see people like no money, nowhere to live, people shitting in fields and that. Do you know what I mean? Begging for money and all these things. And these people weren't depressed. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like being depressed, yeah, is a very, very privileged thing, bro. Because even when you go back to the Caribbean and certain man ain't got no shoes on their foot, they ain't got nothing, bro, and they're happy as fuck. Man ain't got no Sky TV. Man, I got a 1 meal a day. Man are living off the land and they're not depressed, rude boy. You know, like that. So it's one of them ones where, bro, these men have less than you, and then you're gonna turn around and tell me you're depressed. There's something about that. I find it offensive. I'll be honest, I find it offensive. I really do. Because you're saying you're saying that you're depressed, yeah, but I could take somebody, yeah, from back home and give them your life, and they would be absolutely over the moon. They'll be over the moon. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, it comes down to perspective. It's glass half empty, glass half full. And this is why I never really think, yeah, no matter how bad my life's going, I always think, yo, there's somebody that's having it way worse than me right now. That's why I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. Because as much as maybe I've had a bad day, there's someone that's had a bad year. There's someone that's had a bad 10 years. And I'm going to be upset about my bad day. But again, it comes down to mindset. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what Myron's telling, man.
That's fucking wild.
Ah,
No, that's
Okay.
fucking wild.
It's
The
not.
earth is flat.
A
too.
lot of the times when people are depressed is because of their own inadequacies. You're messing up in
So if
something
you get
in your
raped,
life.
is that in
Oh, now he's talking about rape, man. Do you know what I'm saying? What's this guy, bro? Bro. Like, bro, Debray said if somebody forces themselves on you, is that your fault? Brother, he's talking about, he said your own inadequacies. Bro, at this point, I'll fly kick man off the chair, you know? I'll fly kick this bro off the chair. This is what these guys do. If somebody grabs you and forces themselves on you and does what they do and you become depressed, that is not your fault. Somebody from outside has inflicted something on you. If somebody gets depression from going to war or something like that, and they see loads of things that what's the word I'm looking for, that traumatizes them, it is not their fault. These are external things that is not in their control. PTSD is real. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the average person that works a 9 to 5, has a normal life, has a normal job, nothing crazy happens to them, and they're just depressed because things in their life are not going their way. Stop trying to make the exception the rule. We're talking about eating and controlling your physique, and now you're talking about somebody give SA, bro. These guys are insufferable, bro.
inadequacy.
He doesn't
'Cause people
mean
get
in all
depressed from that.
cases. I'm
No,
sure he
he's
doesn't
saying
mean-
it. He's
But
saying
you
like in the
see-
majority.
When you say a
That's-
blanket
yeah.
statement,
There's
like
always
that,
going to be
right?
exceptions.
Fuck off your blanket statement, bro. In life, we have to work in generalizations because we can't make legislations for every individual person because we're not fucking idiots, bro. We don't know everyone. Like I said earlier, when you go to a supermarket, you don't expect a car park full of disabled parking bays because disabled people are in the minority. So we have a minority of disabled parking spaces closer to the venue so they can go in. Then all the rest are normal parking spaces. Why would we need a whole car park for disabled drivers when most people driving are not disabled? So why are you trying to make the exception the rule, bro? This is why sometimes I believe violence is the way, because I only believe that you should speak to someone up to a certain point and then you either walk away or you knock them out so they can stop talking. I'll be real, because I don't have the patience to sit here with these fat losers, because this is what they are. They're losers. Like at a certain point, yeah, I'm offended by everything you're saying because I'm losing respect for you every time you open your mouth.
But I'm speaking generally in this context of being fat and why you were depressed. It's because
That wasn't the only reason why I was depressed, but go on.
okay,
Yeah.
but it's a component. You know what I mean?
It was a
Like,
big component.
It was
for
a
sure.
response.
Of course, it was a big component. It was the main reason. Because if you look like one of the other guys, you wouldn't have been depressed because you would have gone out, you would have got some gal, and you would have been fine. Trust me, rude boy. What? Man had a bad day. Let me call this bad thing that man met at work today. Let me see if she wants to go out. Do you know what I'm saying? What's man talking about? Man's having a bad day. Let me call the little bad thing. You know what I mean? The thing with a big batty. That man saved under Sainsbury's and that. The thing that I drew in the supermarket. Let me just shout this babes and see what she's on, bro. What's man talking about, bro? And you was depressed because you was fat as fuck. You know what I want?
To your inadequacy as a man. And the thing is that
Man spoke about his inadequacies as a man. He's hurting him, you know. Oh my days, brother. Look, you know them ones there. Man's glasses are steaming up and that.
we live in a meritocracy. I know everyone likes to run around and say, oh, everyone's equal and it's all equality for everyone. No, that's not how the world works. Why the fuck should I be treated equally to someone who's fat, broke, not disciplined, and not as intelligent?
Yeah, facts. You know them ones there. Like, you are literally less of a man, bro. Like, all men are not created equally. Every single man is born with no value, and we have to create our value as men. So if you don't create your value, you are beneath other men. Men respect hierarchy. We do respect it. We do. And if you don't, you're delusional.
It's a competition.
quality
Life
come
is a
from?
competition.
Where are you getting the notions that people are not disciplined?
You're not disciplined. Look at you. How can you be disciplined? The only thing that you do consistently is eat blood. What go on for Shirley, bruv? Man looking like fat Shirley and that.
Where is that coming from?
If you look at depressed guys, etc., look at their life 9 out of 10 times. They're not going to the gym. They're not making the money that they're supposed to be making. They're not where they need to be. Show me a guy that's making money, successful, has a good set of friends around him, has a network, etc., that is depressed. You would rarely find that. Are there exceptions?
Facts. There are exceptions, but you wouldn't find that, bro. You find guys having the time of their life, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out anyone that's watched Entourage before, yeah. Back in the day, that used to be my series. I swear down, amazing series. Man, like Proctor was in that before he was in Power, fam. I'm telling you.
Which is the rule.
So many-
Of course,
there
there's
are
always
so
there's
many
always
people
there's always
that
exceptions to
have
the rule.
No, there isn't so many people, bro. I don't know loads of men, yeah, that have money, have camaraderie, have women, all these things, yeah, and they're depressed, bro. They're not, bro. Like, let's stop going on like this is normal. When you look at your average NBA player, yeah, think of someone like Ant-Man right now. Man's got the Adidas shoe deal, face of the NBA, money, gal, everything like that, bro. He ain't depressed. It'd be very hard to be depressed with a life like his. You know, like that. He's living in his purpose right now. Like, what are we talking about? The only time these men end up depressed is when they get married and then their wife divorced them and takes their kids from them. And then all of a sudden, that they start, you know what I'm saying? Shit goes sideways for them. But more times, yeah, a man that's living in their purpose, that's at the peak of their powers, that's at the peak of their success, they are not depressed, bro. And on top of that, because he's an athlete, he's in great shape as well. These men are not depressed. Get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not serious. This is not serious right now. It's not serious. Even when you look in football, yeah, you always get the odd footballer that has mental health problems, but it's not the majority of them. The most of them are living their dream. They've retired their parents. They're making a lot of money. They've got the woman they want. They've got the cars they want. They're living their life. Even the guys that are going through real depression are the minority. And it's the guys that are injured. And the reason why they're depressed is because they're injured and they can't do what they want. And they're sad. Do you know what I'm saying? It's literally not the ones that are playing every week and they're making the money. The guys that tend to be depressed are the ones that get sad because they're injured and they can't play, or something's happened in their personal life and maybe their woman's left them or their mum's ill or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like, bro, when everything's going well, man are not getting depressed, bro. Why are we going on like depression is a common thing? It's not common, bro.
Hit the news that
There's
have
always exceptions to the
unalived
rule.
themselves because they were depressed.
There's
They were
always
making money,
exceptions to
they
the
were
rule.
fit.
But in general, when you
Understand
see
that it's
when you
not
get
black and
depressed,
white.
when you get depressed, a lot of the times it's because you're a fuck up and it's your body's natural response to being a fuck up.
He's correct. He's correct. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your body's saying, yo, the situation we're in, we don't like this. Something is not right here. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's for you to decide, yeah, what the problem is. It's just like, if you feel nauseous and you throw up, yeah, what's the first thing you do? You start thinking, yo, what did I eat? That's what you think. You try to deduce, yeah, what it could be, because you try and find the cause. When you're sick, you're like, yo, what did I eat? Was it the steak? Was it this? Was it that? Do you know what I'm saying? The problem is, when certain people fall into depression, yeah, because it's a multitude of things and they can't actually deduce what it is, or it could be something that is so deeply embedded in their everyday that they're not really sure what it is, they become consumed with it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not as simple as, oh, it's just one thing. It could be loads of things. It could be I'm overweight, I hate my job. Also, the relationship I'm in isn't really great. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be a mixture of things. A lot of the time for the average person, yeah, that is depressed, yeah, it's probably a multitude of things. But the majority of these men that are depressed, yeah, if you gave them £1 million, yeah, their depression would go away, bro. Because it would mean that they can live the life they want to live, have the girl they want to have, drive the car they want to have, get a personal trainer or whatever. If they could afford to do whatever they wanted, yeah, trust me, when they say money don't buy happiness, bro, it buys happiness, bro. And if it doesn't buy happiness, yeah, brother, it can at least prolong that shit, or it can keep sadness away. You know what I was there? I swear down. If it don't buy happiness, it can keep sadness at bay, blood. I'm telling you, because I'm happy with my life right now. But if someone gives me £1 million, I tell you what, bro. Listen, shit just really got peak. I'll be real. Give me £1 million, it's a mad thing. And I'm someone that lives, yeah, a very, very minimalistic life, yeah. So the money I make is more than enough for me. But if you gave me £1 million, brother, if you want to see happiness, bruv, what? I'd wake up every morning, just open my bank app, see the money, just dash my phone, bruv, go back to sleep, bro. I'll be like, £1 million, bro. Man, I just want to see the 6 zeros, bro. I might not even touch it. You know, like that. But man, just want to see that shit. I'll be real. Like, I don't know what man are talking. Money don't buy you happiness, bro. Shut up, man. Do you know what I mean? The only time money don't buy you happiness is when you've already got money. You know, it's a lie. Like, brother, that's like saying, oh, having gal don't make you happy. Having gal don't make you happy, yeah, if you've already got gal. But for them fat donnies, if you gave them some bad bitches, bro, change their life. Change their life. Gal don't make me happy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because bro, man's been able to be around gal from a young age, and man's had gal in my life. So it's not really what the more gal you actually date, the more you realize they're all the same and they lose their prestige. And it's the same with money. And this is why I tell you, man, about footballers. If a footballer's on 150 grand a week, they're not leaving where they are for 200 grand a week. They're not doing it because 50 grand a week to these men is nothing. Once you've already got enough money to do pretty much whatever you want in life, yeah, any excess money, it don't hit the same. Don't hit the same. And it's the same with women, it's the same in anything. The only time money don't buy happiness is when you already got money. That's it. Now, I've been around ballers that could spend 25 grand here on a night out on alcohol for other players and other friends and family and not drink. And just spend 25 bags in a nightclub and not drink a sip of alcohol.
Has anyone here ever felt like they didn't have control over their body or their physique?
No, the only time I didn't have control over my body was when I was a kid and my mum used to buy the food. And even then, it got to a certain point, I started telling my mum, don't buy these things.
There's times where I felt like I didn't have the control I wanted, but there was never a point where I'm like, this isn't within my ability to do.
Yeah, I think we all go through stages, especially mental
Yeah,
health.
you wish it was easier sometimes, but other than that, it's like, no, of course I'm in control of it. I know I am.
So I've started a fitness journey. I've been smaller, I've been bigger. I used to be a dancer. This
Man said I used to be a dancer. This fat motherfucker ain't no dancer, bro. No other one's there. Like, bro, the only thing that's dancing is man's cholesterol, bruv.
like really was what fueled me, hit a depression. I turned to food as, you know, something to comfort me. And I realized that I was spiraling, right?
Man said he turned food for comfort. Man sleeping on burger buns. You know the ones. Man's got no pillow. Man just got burger buns on that. Man just, you get me? Man just sleeping on burger buns, bruv. Like, man said food for comfort and that, bro. This is crazy. Man said man sleeping on brioche buns on that.
Right? Started working out again, kind of fell off of it. But this year I told myself it was my year of renaissance, right? That I was going to actively make the changes in all aspects of my life, including my health, including what my body
Look how he talks with his hands. You know what they're like, bro. Now what's man doing, bro?
looks like and what my body is capable of. And so I've been doing that. Now, did that mean that I was any less of a hard worker? No. I fucking worked 3 jobs.
So what, bro? So what if you work 3 jobs, bro? You sound like a bad bitch, man. I got my own money. I work 3 jobs. Like, bro, you're fat, blood. No one cares if you worked 3 jobs, bruv. Because if you work 3 jobs, that means you should have been having bare steps, bro. That means you was eating for free as well, blood. That's how you maintain the weight.
2 of them that I love and 1 of them as a survival job to make sure that I'm able to continue doing what I love.
Which is eating. You know them ones. Man said he had to work 3 jobs so he could afford to fill his fridge. I hear it.
So I go to the gym every single day after work. It doesn't matter what time I get off of work. It doesn't matter what things that I have going on after work, I go. But again, going back to assumptions, you looked at me and you made assumptions about laziness,
You are lazy.
about not caring about my health and
You don't care about your health.
things like that, when that's the complete opposite. I reached out, I got myself a trainer because I was like, I can't do this alone. And I told him straight up, these are the things that I want you to work on with me. I want to work on building mass, losing weight.
Building mass, you know, bro. That's something you don't have a problem with. You know them way there, bro. The only trainers he bought might have been some Air Force Ones, bro.
But most importantly, consistency. And I feel like all of you guys can agree that that's what it is, right? Am I where I like ideally want to be yet? No. But I also learned that I needed to love myself as I am right now. And
Don't love yourself how you are right now. Hate yourself, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that will spur you on, bro. Hate it, bro. Despise it. When you look in the mirror, you should feel sick, bro. You know the ones that literally you should feel sick. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what's going to motivate you to lose the weight. When you look in the mirror and you're happy with what you see, you will not lose weight. I'm telling you.
build those tools so that when I get to where I'm going, I can enjoy it that much more because
No.
it's a labor of love.
No, it's not a labor of love. A labor of love is if you love yourself, lose the fucking weight. Be disgusted with what you say, bruv. Do you know what I mean? You look like a bruv. He looks like a tub of chocolate ice cream that's melting, bruv. That's what he looks like, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't love it. look in the mirror and feel sick. You know them ones there. Like that's what it is, bro. Like I'll be real. I'm about 5 kilos. No, yeah, 5 kilos away from where I want to be. Yeah, and I look good now. I don't look great. I look good now. Like my abs look good and everything like that. But when I look in the mirror, I'm like, nah, you're not there, mate. That's it. And I don't do it in a way like, right, you look like shit. It's in a way like, all right, cool, we're not there. It's coming, but we're not there. Do you know what I'm saying? This bread's saying love myself. Nah, if I loved myself the way I looked right now, why would I want to look better? I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it. This man's talking about love myself. Don't love yourself looking like that. This is crazy. This guy's fighting for the right to look like melted chocolate ice cream, bro. Why you want to do that?
It doesn't have to be a labor of love. Some people who are overweight, are they going to the gym? Are they putting the fork down? Are they doing the things they need to do? If they spend 14 hours a week doing cardio and eating healthy, they would lose the weight. I spend 14 hours a week learning Spanish, even though I am horrible at it, but I'm trying my best. And if everyone else tried their best, we wouldn't see anyone morbidly obese on this planet.
Facts. You're not trying your best.
I don't disagree with you at all, but I think you said it's like you're spending 14 hours doing Spanish. For me, you know, I still work out every week. I still prioritize my health, but
what are you eating? I don't care if you work out every week, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What are we talking about, bro? This bro looks like Buzz Lightyear. That's who he looks like with his blockhead. You know, that's who he looks like, Buzz. Tell me this bro don't look like Buzz Lightyear, bruv.
There are other things in my life that do
Eat
take
half
a higher
the calories and you're going to be very skinny.
That's it.
Guaranteed.
That's the whole
I'm
thing.
not saying you need to. I'm just saying no one should make.
No, you need to lose weight, bruv. Allow it, Buzz Lightyear, bruv. Man like Buzz Lightyear, bruv.
Excuses.
And that's why I think that's why we all sat down. I totally agree. It's within my, because I've gotten really svelte in my past, but I was at like my worst state mentally. Like didn't feel
svelte, you know. What the fuck, bro? That's a word I ain't heard in a long time, bro. Man's trying to just use all these words to twang us into the fact. Nah, you're fat, bruv.
good. Wasn't prioritizing the things that meant something to me in my life, my career, my family, my daughter. Health is still super important.
You are, bruv. If you're prioritizing your daughter, you will lose that weight because your daughter don't want daddy to die because he's a fat fuck, blood. To infinity. You get me? Man said to obesity and beyond. You fat fuck, bruv. Lose weight, bruv.
You know what I mean? That's why I still work out, still lift, still do cardio, still hike, still bike, still do all those things. The amount of time I've had to spend in the past to get to that isn't worth it in my daily life. I'd rather spend that time, you know, focusing on that.
Also, would you agree, like looking at his physique, like he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy.
No.
You think?
I said, hell no, he's a fat motherfucker. Man said to obesity. You fat fuck, man.
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
I mean, if you count BMI,
I'm not trying to put you down, just being honest.
By a
man said BMI, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Buy me ice cream, blood. That's what BMI stands for, you fat fuck, bruv. Man, have to shame these guys, you know.
BMI standpoint.
But there's a big difference between this weight and if you gain 200 pounds. But if you gain 200 pounds, I'd be like, why are you doing this to yourself? You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't be happy gaining 200 pounds. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is I kind of found kind of like a homeostasis where I'm happy and I feel healthy and I feel active.
You're not happy because they asked you, yeah, if you would switch with the guys sitting across from you and you said yes. So that means you're not happy. You're not happy. You're settling for being fat because it's easier for you to be fat because you don't need to put the work in, bro.
And I feel like I can do what I need to do. All my numbers are in the right place. So I feel good. It's just, it hasn't been a priority for me to go further.
Yeah, you don't need to. It's all about balance from halfway.
What about
you?
I just want to hear. I was gonna say I was in the same boat as him. I feel like myself, I feel comfortable.
Nah, them two motherfuckers in the same boat is definitely sinking it, bro. You know them ones. We ain't heard a lot from Abe with the comb over, bro. At this point, he's looking like Al's toy barn from Toy Story as well, bro.
What I remember right now, I've lost 100 pounds.
Congrats.
I know. Thanks.
Man said he lost 100 pounds. Yeah, maybe in the casino, blood. You know them way there.
And I can keep going. I can step, but like doctor says, everything's fine with you. You are obese, but I will never forget. The doctor told me you're healthy obese, which was like blew my mind.
Healthy for being.
You're healthy obese.
Obese.
Yeah,
probably.
so I needed just one health condition to qualify under health insurance for a weight loss supplement for them. I didn't qualify. I had no high blood pressure, didn't have diabetes, didn't have anything else. So I was like, okay, well, I just want to lose weight because obviously as I get older, it's not going to be like that. But I mean, perfectly, I know I have the control to get where I'm at right now. Or
Motherfucker. This, bruv. You see what I mean about these doctors? Man said you're healthy obese, bro. Nah, bro. There's no such thing as healthy obese. You're a fat fuck. You know what I mean? Bro, people need to be mean like me, bro. I don't care. And like Myron, like, we need to stop coddling these people. We need to stop being nice to these guys. Look at him. This is not healthy. This is not healthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Coddling these people don't work. You're healthy obese. No, you're not. Like, what are we doing here? Like, why is healthy and obese even in the same fucking sentence? I want to know.
or where I want to be, but I'm pretty happy. So
Man said I'm out the danger zone now, so I'll just stay here because the easiest thing to do, bro. That's what I'm saying. Society's failing human beings, yeah, by coddling them, bro. That's why I'm gonna carry on being an asshole, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? People don't have to like me, but guess what? I'm gonna look better than you, so I don't care. You know the way then. Like, I don't give a fuck. Hate me, bruv.
Yeah, that's awesome. I feel like what's sustainable is different for everyone, right? I think there's a way to weave in fitness in your life in a sustainable manner that might not encompass you losing a ton of weight. I think people kind of have different.
Look at Myron's face. He's like, bro, stop saving these fat fucks, bruv.
Stages in life where they're focusing on different things, and I think that's something I can completely respect.
yeah,
At the end of the day, as long as you know that you have the agency to actually make that change,
yeah.
when the time comes, when you want to do it, like I don't see anything wrong with that.
I love that, brother, you know, because he's saying, listen, I don't want to look like you fat fuckers, but if you're happy being fat fuckers, then enjoy it. You know the way that he's like, bro, each to their own, innit? Do you know what I'm saying, bro? I'll be at all you man's funerals. You know, like that. Hey, he's a bad man still. I rate him. Everyone's like, oh, he's so nice. He's like, yeah, all you fat fuckers go and die. I hear it. He's like, do you, boo?
Just very curious, out of show of hands, who here feels like after spending time in this space, you feel like you're closer to understanding the other side than when we stepped in the room?
Yeah.
Look at Myron's face. He's like, bro, I don't understand these fat fuckers. I would argue that Myron does understand them. He just doesn't respect them. That's where I am. I understand them, but I don't respect them. But I'm not ignorant to what they go through. I just don't respect it.
A little surprised.
I understand it less. Literally, like
What's up?
Hey, Greg's a bad man. Man said I understand it less. I love him, you know. I knew I liked Coach Greg before. I've watched loads of his stuff, but even more so after this, he's like, yeah, this is bullshit.
We run the risk of it blowing open again, but this was a super interesting discussion. One of the more interesting episodes I've been a part of. So thank you all. Thanks for sharing your perspective. Absolutely. I think that's a wrap, right? Nice work, guys.
I guess talk to you over there.
Oh, yeah, this is amazing, bro. Shout them out, bro. I can't lie. That was great. I enjoyed that still. I'm not gonna lie, people. I enjoyed that, bro. Big up you lot, because you lot actually brought this to my attention. A few people sent me this on Instagram. I had no clue about it before. Obviously, having worked in the fitness industry, I enjoyed that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where, bro, if you man would have seen me with my clients, bro, trust me, the reason why they all loved me was because I was brutal with them. Do you know what I'm saying? I was brutal with them, and that's why they had such good results with me, because I was fucking brutal. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I spoke to them this way. I told them, listen, what you want is gonna be fucking hard work. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be easy. When people would come to me, I'm saying, oh, how long would it take me to get to XYZ? I always used to put it back onto them and used to say, listen, however long it takes you to get to your goals is going to be down to how much you want it, how much you put in. Because a lot of people pay personal trainers thinking, you know what, if I pay for a PT, they're going to do all the work for me. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of PTs sell personal training as, if you train with me, I'm going to get you in shape. That's not how it goes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you train with me, I will give you all the tools for you to be successful. But ultimately, if you fail, it's your fault. And that's what a lot of PTs don't want to tell people, because they just want their money. So they make it look like that they've got all the answers and they can do magic. No, I can't do magic, because I'm going to give you a great session, a great training session for an hour. But then if you leave here and go straight to McDonald's, you've ruined everything. And a lot of people don't want to communicate these things. Like, people being obese is a lifestyle choice. Do you know what I mean? And to get out of that, you need to change your lifestyle. It's what you do 90% of the time what's going to dictate how you look, how you feel, etc., etc. So, do you know what I mean? With that being said, I completely understand the mentality, yeah, of guys that are morbidly obese. I just don't respect it. Do you know what I'm saying? I find it ridiculous. And as we watch this thing today, you could see how much these guys were contradicting themselves. You could see it. Every fucking opportunity they had, contradictions. Oh, I don't want to lose weight. Or I tried to lose weight, but then it made me ill. It gave me an eating disorder. No accountability, you know. Making me trying to lose weight made me have an eating disorder. But not how you done it. The fact that you tried to starve yourself. No accountability here. And this is the biggest thing I see with people that are out of shape. Zero accountability. It's always someone else's fault. Oh, it's because this happened to me, that happened to me. My parents, all these other things. No fucking accountability. They're losers. They're losers, and they deserve to be called such thing. Like, we should not champion mediocrity, bro. Or not even mediocrity, it's below mediocre. Because being mediocre is just being average. They're below that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're losers. And they should be seen as that, and they should be acknowledged as that as well. Like, we shouldn't accept these things. Do you know what I mean? Because in a natural environment, they're useless. If we all get stranded on a desert island, and all of a sudden, yeah, the men have to do men things and the women have to do women things, yeah, what good is a fucking morbidly obese man when we need to go and cut firewood? Do you know what I'm saying, bro? The man are out of breath by the time we even get to the trees, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They're out of breath. They're no good. They're no use to you. Like, it's crazy. Like, what can they do? They can't do basic things. And that's what it is, bro. Like, you're functionally useless. Like I said, they're just a dustbin. You just put food in their mouth. That's about it. Now, to me, that don't make no sense. So, nah, man, I enjoyed that, people. So big up everyone that sent me these things. Obviously, with the season wrapping up as well, there's gonna be plenty more Rants reacts, loads of different things, man. But that was a different kind of one today. I really enjoyed that, man. So big up everyone that sent that through.